Hello and welcome to my channel, The Danish Readaholic. My name is Silke and today I'm going to be talking about some book covers. So what I'm actually going to be doing today is I'm going to be bringing my graphic designer judgmental ass out and I'm going to be talking about the UK and the US covers of certain books, and I'm gonna tell you which one's my favorite and why. So I have picked, I think it was 10 books, and they're not books that are normally talked about, or I haven't seen them talked about that much when it comes to discussing the covers. A lot of them are new, and some are just some that I wanted to discuss, so let's just go ahead. Alright, so we're actually gonna start out with Blood Air by Emily Van Sau. This is one where I do not like the UK cover whatsoever. I feel like it is very boring and nothing really happens. I like the font. It has that going for it. That's about it. And what I like about the US one is actually the character's face, which is not something that I normally like, but I really like it here. I like the font, I like the fact that we get to see some of the buildings, so we also have a feeling as to where this is taking place and also what it's inspired by, and I kind of really like it. So we like that. I also like that her face and everything is not realistic, because that I do not like. The less realism we can get, the better. This is a fast one, and I don't have that much more to say about it other than the fact that the US wins this one. Next up we have 6 Crimson Cranes. We already know how I feel about faces because I just told you. So I'll give you a quick minute to guess which one's my favorite. We already know, don't we? I love the UK cover. The UK cover is just everything I didn't know I needed. When they released the covers for Spin the Dawn, I was dying because I love the way that they redesigned the covers. And then they gave me this and I am shooketh. I love pastels. Like, the brand that I work for is mainly pastels, so I used to be very like black, brown, gray person, but now I'm like, yay, more colors, let's do it. So when I saw this cover, it was very obvious that that was one of my new favorite covers, and I am just in love with it. I also like that we get the silhouette of the main character and also a lot of important plot points that I now understand because I have read it. I'm just here for it. I freaking love it. So this one goes to the UK. Next up we have Daughter of the Moon Goddess, which is not a book that I have read yet, but it is very new and I have some thoughts. As a whole, I'm already gonna tell you now. As a whole, I like the UK one better, but the artwork on the US one is phenomenal. I just feel like the font looks very, like the title looks very misplaced, and I don't know if it's because the font is completely wrong, or if the sizing is completely wrong, or if this artwork just does not fit with having words on it. I don't know, but there's just something very wrong. Maybe because the title is so long, I don't know, but it just doesn't suit the artwork whatsoever. So because of that, I'm gonna go for the UK one. Even though the UK one is not my favorite either, it is very pretty. Obviously, it does not feel YA to me. It gives me nothing about what the book is about. I like the flowers, they're really pretty, and also I have the Fairlude edition that has this beautiful blue, colder tones as opposed to this one, and I like that one way better, but I still feel like it gives me nothing about the book other than a pretty cover, which, you know, I'm not mad about it. Next up, we have The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea. Once again, we have this very, very, very long title, and sometimes it can be really hard to fit a long title onto a cover and make it look pretty, and I feel like that is what happened with the US one. I do not like the US one. Well, I don't know. I don't want to say I don't like it, because I do. I don't like the mixture of the very bright blue and then the brown at top. I just feel like it looks, I don't want to say cheap, but a little bit. And I feel so horrible for saying that, because that's not really what I want to say, but there's just something about it that I really, really don't like. And then I saw the UK cover, and I feel like they did really well with fitting the long title into a beautiful artwork, and I feel like it gives me a better understanding of what the book is about, because obviously we get a lot from the title. The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea. It's a girl who is going into the sea. But I feel like the other one, we only see the girl, we see a person in the background, we see some blue that could be water, it could be her dress, who knows. This one, we clearly see a girl who is falling into a village that is under the sea, which for some reason makes me even more excited about the book than I already was. Because I'm not gonna lie, I was excited about the book, and I also was excited when I saw the US cover, which was the first one that I did see, but the UK cover takes the win on this one again. So I don't have much to say. I like the bright, saturated colors, and I don't feel like the US one has that. I feel the US has very muted, very vintage looking colors, and I'm not about that, so sorry. Sorry! Let's do Graceling, because I have some thoughts on that one. So Graceling has a lot of covers. A lot of covers. But the ones that I'm talking about is the recently redesigned cover. So we have this one for the UK and this one for the US. I really like the UK ones. They're very simple, but for people who have read the book, everything on the cover makes sense. And I like that. That being said, I was a sucker for the newly released US covers. I wish I had them. I wish they were all in hardback. I want them. I need them, but I don't have them. I have Winterkeep in hardback, and then I thought that I would get the rest in hardback, but as far as I know, they have not been released in hardback, and I'm not sure they will be. If they are, let me know. The only thing I have about the US cover is that I'm not the biggest fan of the font. It ruins it a little bit for me, but not so much that I don't like that better. I like the colors that they did. I like that they did the characters. It's just phenomenal. I really also like Winterkeep, but I'm not going to show that. I don't know. I was in love with the US covers when I saw them for the first time, and that has not changed. So the US are taking this one. Next up we have Incendiary by Zoraida Cordova. If I were to pick a cover I do not like, it is the US cover for Incendiary. I don't want to say I hate it with a burning passion, but we're almost there. I really do not like it. It does not make sense to me. I don't understand the woman on there. I don't understand the fire. I mean, yes, there is a fire scene, but it's not really that important to the story, so it doesn't make sense to me. I like the castle that we get, but it also looks a little bit too realistic to me to be something that I, really love. It's just not for me. I don't like the color combo. Nothing is working except the font. Yeah, that's where we are with this one. It is just not working for me, and it's a shame because I love the book. But UK served with this cover. I like the fact that even though I said it with a couple of the other ones, I don't know what's going on just by looking at the book. But when you have read the book, as I also said with the Graceling one, when you have read the book, you get an understanding for the cover. I don't mind that too much. That you look at the cover, you have no idea what's going on. I don't mind it. Sometimes I would like to get a better understanding just by looking at the covers. Other times it doesn't really matter. By looking at the UK cover now, after I've read it, I understand why the crystal is there. I'm not completely sure why the crown is there, but it's pretty, so I don't mind it. I like the fact that it's very, I don't want to say abstract because it's not really, but it's more so a pattern, and it gives us a vibe about maybe the year or the universe that we have this book take place in. And I don't know, I really like it, and it's very pretty. So the UK wins this one. Next up we have Year of the Reaper by Makia Lucia, I think. I like both. I really like both. They're very different, and I feel like I'm having some sort of theme going on, whereas the UK tend to be very detailed with faces or with people on the cover. Very detailed, whereas the UK is more minimalistic or with silhouettes and with this kind of soft way, or they only show an object, or I have a feeling you understand what I'm saying, but I'm also rambling and saying stuff that I don't understand, so I hope that you understand. But I like both of them. Even though there is a person, a semi-realistic person on the US cover, I actually really like it. It's giving me darkness. It is giving me kind of dark fantasy where I'm not sure if we're gonna win. And I like that. With the UK one, we, once again, similarly to Incendiary, we have this kind of pattern going around, and I like it. We also have this weapon. I'm not sure what that is actually called, so I'm not going to try and say it. But it looks really good, and I don't really know which land takes this one. Which I don't know if it's US or if it's UK, because I really like both. This one would definitely be one that I would feel like I could judge better once I've read it, but I'm gonna have to say the US one is more intriguing to me, but I also like the UK one. This is a very close one, and I like the font on both of them. The font is very important to me. Next up we have Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. These books are so different. Like, these covers are so different. I feel like we get very different vibes from them. I feel like the US one is more modern. It could also potentially be an adult contemporary, an adult something. I don't see fantasy. When I look at it, to be completely honest, I do not see fantasy one bit. I kind of get anthology vibes. Isn't that what it's called? Like a short story collection thing. That is what I get from looking at it, and that was actually what I thought it was in the beginning. Now the UK one. The UK is giving me more mythological retelling than fantasy. So both of them I feel like kind of misses the mark on hitting what the genre is, but I guess again, once I've read it, both of them will probably make sense to me. If I had to pick one, I would definitely pick the UK one, because that is the one that I'm more intrigued by. It looks more interesting, I like the detailing on it, and yes, whereas the US one is just, it's just a little bit boring to me. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to admit, that is just how it is. So the UK takes this one. Next up we have Jade Fire Gold by June CL10. I don't really like either of them. I feel like the US one is very busy. It's giving me fight scene, it's giving me we're in the midst of battle, it's honestly giving me final battle scene. They look cool, but it also kind of looks like a video game, and I don't want that on my books. So there's that. Then we have the UK one. I do not like the fact that they split the text like that, so it's half black and half white. I don't like it. I like this one actually better than I do the Fairy Loot edition, because I feel like the yellow and the orange, they fit each other way better than the pink and the green that we got on the Fairy Loot edition. But that's just how it is. So that being said, and me not really liking either of the covers, I'm gonna have to go with the UK for this one, because it is more simple, and the only thing that I don't like really about it is the fact that they have split the words in two different colors. I'm not the biggest fan of that, but I understand why, I think. The final book I'm going to talk about is Only a Monster by Vanessa Len. Now let me tell you, when I got this in my Fairy Loot, I was shooketh, because that was not the cover that I had seen. I had not seen the UK cover before I got it in my Fairy Loot, so I had only seen the US one, and to be completely honest with you, the US one is slaying. I freaking love it. I like the fact that we see a person, but we don't see everything. We see her face, but like from the nose down, and then that's about it. Then we have this kind of pattern that we've seen a couple times on some of the UK covers, where we kind of have a frame around the important items, I guess. I really like it, and I like the way that the font fits, and I like that the font and these kind of frames or patterns have the same color. It ties it all very well together. I like the color palette of like gray, black, red, and gold. It's very pretty. I'm a big fan. Then we have the UK one, and once again we have this kind of divide, whereas the US one has a face on the cover and the UK one has items on the cover. I don't understand the UK cover at all, but I like it. But for this one, I'm actually gonna say that I prefer the US. I feel like I've been rambling now for so goddamn long. So yeah, I actually had so much fun doing this. So thank you so much for watching. Please leave a comment if you have any other covers that you would like me to include in the next one that I'm doing of these, because I am planning on doing it again. There's so many different covers between the US and the UK, and I would like to do some more to compare. So let me know if you have any that you would like me to talk about or just hear my opinion about, and I will probably include it in the next one. If you want to let me know that you're here but don't know what to comment, you can always leave a green heart. If you like this video, please hit the like icon, and if you want to see more of my bookish content, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It would just mean the world to me. And until I see you next time, bye!